Now, I was telling y'all a little bit about school choice just a second ago, and our next speaker is a champion for school choice. We are honored to work with him at the legislature. Many of you, Greg Dolezal said this a couple years ago. I said this last year at the victory dinner. Many people think of the lieutenant governor as somebody that just shakes the governor's hand. And when he shakes the governor's hand, he's checking to see if it's still warm and he has a pulse. But this lieutenant governor is an exception to that rule. He is a leader at the legislature. He's a champion for school choice. We work with him on a number of issues all across our legislative priorities. And it's my honor to introduce Georgia's Lieutenant Governor, Burt Jones.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm glad I got all those Butts County people from my hometown to sit in the audience there. I appreciate that. Thank y'all so much for being here tonight. It's a real honor to be here. I was afraid I was going to be a little later than usual, not because I'm running for president like some of these other folks who are running late, but because I was coaching my 11-year-old football team, my son's football team today. So yeah, I not only talk about faith, family, and freedom, but I live it every day, and I can assure you that. I want to give a special thanks to Ralph Reed. Ralph Reed, once again, this is a wonderful, wonderful event. Let's give Ralph and his staff an applause real quick. I tell Ralph Reed, he always looks sharp as a tack, you know. He's got the best hair in the world. I tell him I'd be a TV evangelist if I had hair like him. Because he's something else. Ralph, and he has been leading this organization, and he has been growing it strong, not just here in Georgia, but all across the country. And my hat goes off to what Ralph Reed and his organization do day in and day out. You know, I was thinking about, I heard Congressman McCormick earlier talking about 22 years ago today, September 11th, and I think all of us who were on this earth remember exactly where they were on that day. And I remember I was on the campus, University of Georgia, and of course I was sitting in a class, and when we heard the tragic news about those airplanes hitting the Twin Towers, but I just remember the aftermath of that, the aftermath of how you just wanted to call a family member, call a brother, call a sister, call a mom, a dad, or whoever, because there was just such an emptiness in your heart for what had happened there in New York. And I thought about that day, and I thought about how the country came together as one after that tragic event, and how things were, while we were hit, we were not wounded. We were getting back up, and we were ready to fight. And I think I fast forward to now, how divided we are in this country, and how even here in the state of Georgia, how we are having to fight for the basic principles, faith, freedom, and American values. And I think faith, freedom, and American values that I think we all in this room hold so near and dear to our heart. Now, a lot of politicians talk about these things, you know, but when I first got elected to lieutenant governor, I said we're gonna have a simple message, and we're gonna have a simple message that's gonna be able to translate, I think, with people all across this state. Number one, we were going to, number one, look after our economy, continue to make us number one place state to do business. We were going to do, yeah, that's worth saying thank you, yeah. We were going to focus on public safety, because not only was it important for us to have a good working environment, we got to have a safe working environment. And public safety was going to be a top priority of my administration. And also, we were going to make school choice a priority. We were going to take care of children. Yep. We were going to take care of children, not just in our school systems, because I believe if you're a believer in life, which I am, a firm believer in life, I believe you got to believe in it at every step of the way. And you've got to believe in it from birth, and those who are not fortunate enough to be in a family, you've got to believe in it in the adoption process, in the foster care process, as well as in the K through 12 process. And that was why I was proud in my first year. I sat down with a young lady who runs that department, and because I'm a business person first, right? And so I look at things where whenever I hire somebody new or bring on a new person in a leadership position, I always tell them, tell me what you need to be successful. Tell me what you need to be successful, and we'll make it happen. And I sat that Candace Rose, that young lady down, and she was telling me about the frustrations about the 100+ kids that we had in our foster care system that were staying in hotel rooms. She was talking about the lack of foster care parents that we had out there, as well as the lack of and the inability to adopt children here in this state in a proper fashion. And I said, well, we're going to take care of that. So we got right to work. And I'm proud to announce we don't have one foster child sitting in a hotel room right now. So, I'm also proud to announce not only are we the number one state to do business in, but we're well on our way to becoming the number one state to adopt a child in as well, which I think is important. And for the first time in the history of the Georgia State Senate, we passed school choice this past session. We passed school choice by overwhelming support, by the way. And we're waiting on our friends in the House. So if you've got a House member sitting at your table, you just look across at them and say, you need to get to work. Because we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. And on the public safety front, as I heard our Attorney General talk about earlier tonight, we are going to be tough on crime. We're going to be tough on repeat offenders, and we passed legislation enabling his office and other DAs around the state to go after gang activities, go after repeat offenders, and we're going to make our streets safe in this. We're going to support our men and women in law enforcement, and we're going to make our streets safe in this state, in this country again. But speaking of DAs, we've had a few in the news lately, hadn't we? Well, that's why, unbeknownst to everything that's transpired, we passed a very tough DA oversight commission that I think is going to go after DAs that are not properly doing their job right now. So, I know a little bit about this, I think there was one that was some reason kept coming after me all the time, but I fought back, because I just wasn't going to sit idly by and let the media be the judge, the jury, and the executioner on this thing. Because that's what's going on right now, not just in this state, but around the country right now. And it's going to take organizations like this to fight back. It's going to take grassroots organizations to say enough is enough. We are tired of the news media trying to portray how we feel as American citizens right now. And in 24, we have an opportunity to speak loud and clear about where the direction of this country needs to go. And I think, and I encourage each and every one of y'all to get involved with this upcoming 24 election cycle, because let me tell you something, if we win Georgia, we win the White House back. No question about it. And we can do it because we showed them in 22 when they said we were a toss-up state. Governor Kemp won by 8 points. I won by 6 points. Carr won by 6.5 points, I think. And you outperformed me a little bit there, Attorney General, but I'm not going to hold it against you there. But every constitutional officer in the state of Georgia showed exactly where we stand as a state. We are not a purple state. We are not a blue state. We are a red state, and we need to show them again. We need to show them one more time in 24. I appreciate everyone being here tonight. I so thank you all for the support and the encouragement that each and every one of y'all give this organization. God bless y'all, and God bless the great state of Georgia. Thank you.